Streaming, go. Your event is starting, and we're live on YouTube. Awesome. Let's do this. All right. Hey everyone, welcome to another Webflow workshop. I'm your host Nelson. Thank you for joining me this week and every week. This week is going to be fun. I brought along a colleague, Waldo, who will be rebuilding an illustration that Ryan has made. Now, before we get started and introduce Waldo a little bit more, if this is your first time being at or joining us at one of these workshops, thank you so much. And if you're watching a recording, this stream happens every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Pacific time. And every week we rebuild something in Webflow from scratch. All right? So thank you to everyone who's already in the chat room via Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. Thank you guys so much. Let's do this. So, want to introduce Waldo. He is the Customer Happiness Lead. He's a really good friend and like all around Webflow fan. Waldo, yes. Hi.
Hello.
How's your weekend?
That was great, thank you. How's yours, Nelson?
Yeah. Oh, I had a lot of family time with the baby. How's your dogs?
They're doing good. They might bark a little bit, so hopefully they go outside pretty soon.
Okay. All right.
Excited to be here.
So, just want to tell you guys, Waldo is a huge fan. I think a bigger fan than me when it comes to Webflow. I mean, he's wearing that Webflow shirt, but he also got a custom-made plate for his headphones. Can you get it closer?
Let me see.
Boom. Was that 3D printed or?
Yeah, 3D printed.
Nice. Dang. I'm surprised your glasses isn't Webflow branded.
I know. It's on a water bottle here.
Oh my god! I didn't.
Stickers on my car. I've got a sticker on my car, like a 3D printed one. So.
Man.
I love Webflow.
Yeah, it really opens up a lot of opportunities. And
Yes.
yeah, so if you're not familiar with Waldo's work, I'm gonna tab over to his Webflow profile page. So he's been doing a lot of stuff with interactions. I mean, did this Homer Simpsons thing, he did custom hamburger menus, and then social sharing. But like this one right here, I'm showing off your the web page, the Webflow editor page illustration. This one right here, this green one, he built it in Webflow. And so, what inspired you, Waldo, to just recreate Ryan's work?
Oh, let's see. I mean, they're beautiful. Ryan's work is just beautiful that he does. And when I look at different designs, I usually see like div blocks. Like that's how I look at different designs. Like I see like, how can I structure this? Mm-hmm. And I realized I was like, yeah, I could build that in Webflow in like 3D space and rotate it and do all this stuff. And yeah, just wanted to try it. So.
Yeah, that's intense. I think we're looking at illustration-to-life.webflow.io, and that was the first one you made.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Great job. And so what Waldo is going to do is recreate another one from scratch. And so if you go to webflow.com/CMS, am I back?
Yes.
Am I back? Oh, I am so sorry.
It's okay.
What just killed the stream? I don't know, but thankfully we're back.
Okay.
Yeah, YouTube says we're back. Sorry, everyone. All right, so let's just get right into it. So this illustration right here that Waldo has made, that Ryan has made, is something he probably made in Sketch or Illustrator, something like that. And Waldo is going to rebuild this using only Webflow. So he's not going to use any Illustrator, or Sketch, or Photoshop or anything. He's just going to rebuild all of this inside of Webflow. And we'll be able to, see how he does it. Just like how I've done in the past with building stuff from scratch to live. We're going to do the same thing with Waldo. And I'm just going to be doing some commentary. So... Waldo, whenever you want, go ahead and share your screen. Refresh. Stream is stuck. There we go. So
I believe I'm sharing.
Yeah, you are. Let me give the preview link to everyone in the chat room right now.
Okay.
All right.
And everyone be sure to check out Ryan's work.
Oh yeah, give me that link.
Dribble.
JMO. Okay, I'll do that. Dribble.com/
amazing illustrations.
JMO. Okay, I think that's the right one. Yep, it is. Okay, cool. All right.
Cool. So I literally just dragged this image off the site.
Okay.
And went into Webflow, and I just added like a full height section. I always call it FS, for like full section, where it's 100% width and 100% height.
Oh, okay.
And gave it a black background color. And I just have the image sitting in here. So that's what I'll be working with.
Okay, so you just put that in as a visual reference.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So let's drop this guy in here. I usually center things just like vertically, and I'm old school and still use absolute positioning instead of Flexbox. I know.
What?
Flexbox.
Yeah, maybe Flexbox isn't like.
So I grew up in an era with IE6 support, so that was fun. Just give you a little background there. Cool. All right, drop another piece here. I still name all of my classes. You don't have to do that. You can use the auto class naming method.
Okay.
All right. Let's see.
So you're just centering that completely in the center.
Yeah, I'm like setting everything up to start building out.
Okay.
So when I look at this piece, I see like 3 columns here. So you got the first column, second, third one.
Oh.
You're just gonna use a columns widget just because it's easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
interesting that you think about it in 3 columns like that. I wouldn't have thought of that.
Yeah.
You think in a very 3D space.
I do.
It's hard for me to think in that 3D space, so this is really cool to watch.
It's all good. Let's see. Okay, so you give this illustration parent. Let's go ahead. Give it some child perspective. So I set this number to like 9,999. Just because that gives you like a more realistic depth perspective. I'll show you that later on when I adjust that, what it does.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. And
yeah, everyone in the chat room, if you haven't played around with 3D interactions, it is quite fun.
It's a ton of fun. So I'm going to start off with this little like silo looking piece there in the first column. So let's see. Just call it a silo.
Hey, Arcane Arts, welcome to the stream. Andrew Nelson says, Waldo is the best. Love you, bro. Always praying for you. Thanks for sharing your awesome animation skills. You know this person?
Yeah, it's Andrew. He was my roommate in college. Really close friend.
Nice.
Thanks for joining in, man. Cool. So we've got that silo parent, and add a silo. So I'm going to be moving pretty quickly here.
Yeah. Yeah, just keep going, and I'll see if I can.
Keep going.
So it looks like Waldo is creating a circle, and how you create a circle is you just make the border radius 100% on all sides. Oh, and if you haven't noticed that, the Eyedropper tool, you can download a Webflow Chrome extension, and you can eyedrop anything on the page, which makes things tons of fun and so much easier. So he doesn't have to do much. He just click and there you go.
There you go.
And I think it's pretty cool to see this happening in the 2D space, and then when you angle it and flatten it to make it 3D, it's just like mind blowing.
Yeah.
Like
I'm probably gonna go ahead and switch over to the 3D space now.
Oh, okay.
Just to make it a little bit easier. I'm used to working in it like that, so
Okay.
let's see, it's like 45 degrees or so.
Squish, squish,
And
and rotate. Oh, dang. That's so cool.
so I'm just trying to line it up with this line right here
Oh, okay.
with the row. Um, so about 36 degrees. And I'll adjust it later on probably.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. Okay, so I'm just going to style out this first one.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see. So on the z-axis, 50 pixels. And I'm giving it a z-index of 4 because these are going to be stacking on top of each other.
Ah, yes.
And I'm literally just going to copy and paste and go to the next one and add a combo class here with like style circle 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's see. So when I do that, I can go ahead and override all these styles from the first one. Let's see. And let me adjust the Z index. Yeah.
I see what you're doing.
Yeah. Okay. And under. And if I recall, it's like a slight shadow on each of these. So I'm going to add a box shadow to that original circle. So I'll just go with this guy. Black. And turn the blur up quite a bit. Okay. And it's a lot of trial and error as you're going through adjusting all the pieces. It's a nice thing of being able to build visually. You can adjust the positioning and see it right there on the screen, which is a lot easier. If I was to try and code this by hand,
oh yeah,
I mean, I don't think I'd be able to, honestly.
Yeah, especially 3D. You're trying to think of 3D space and messing around with CSS values. It would take way too long.
Yeah.
I mean, even gradients. I remember before Webflow, I would go just to like a color website or something like that, and then just copy the CSS for the gradient. And if it's not good, I'd go back to the website.
Exactly. And that's a lot of back and forth.
Oh, yeah.
So it's taking forever.
Nice.
So this one.
That one's the really, really faint one. That's like the shadow.
Yeah. I might end up just making this side like transparent. But we'll see. With it. Okay. And I'm holding the shift key and arrowing down on the keyboard.
Which goes up and down by 10 pixels.
Units of 10. So, easier. Okay, so we've got this first little silo piece built out. Nice. I might adjust the colors a little bit later on.
Yeah.
I'm just going to make this one transparent here. And if anyone has questions, feel free to shoot them over. Nelson will ask. Yeah. Cool. So we've got that first piece, and let's go ahead and move on to the second piece here. So
just like that. Good job.
Yeah. Cool. Let's set this guy to relative.
The best thing about this illustration is just all simple pieces that you can totally recreate in CSS.
Let's see.
Nothing too complicated.
Yeah. Let's go ahead. Let's go over here. Center that up. Okay. Let's get some margin. No margin on that one. this guy. Let me just move it down. I'll likely adjust that again. Once I've added extra elements,
I
where I can
forgot
actually
that.
see what's going on.
I forgot that you're angled because I was like, wait, you're pressing down, but it's going bottom left. What's going on? Like,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that is true.
that's cool.
Let's see.
Also, I'm gonna, while you're building, to show everyone. Here's the preview link. What you can do is Webflow always auto saves. So with this link, you can just refresh it and actually follow along what Waldo is doing. So I just refreshed the read-only mode, and the last one it saved was your row and your. Okay, so yeah.
And if I press Command S, now if you refresh, like whenever you see this little green check icon, then it's refreshing. Yeah.
Refreshes.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna refresh this. Dennis is asking, where's Waldo? He's right here, but he doesn't have a webcam on because he's sharing his browser window. But yeah, he is here. And it's funny, Waldo's personal site is you'vefoundwaldo.com.
Yep.
You really embrace that character.
I sure do. I mean, either have fun with it or you're going to be grouchy. So I decided to have fun.
So yeah, you can totally follow on what Waldo's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now you're starting off with a block.
Mm-hmm.
Rounded edges, so you do the border radius.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
Oh, good. I had enough time to mute myself before I sneezed. Okay, cool. All right. Yeah, so if you ever want to challenge yourself to rebuild an illustration or rebuild a complete web page, think about everything in divs. That's what the internet is. All it is just a bunch of boxes within boxes within boxes. And there's nothing really too complicated about it. An illustration like this may seem complicated, but as you break it down visually, it just becomes easier and easier the more you practice.
And I use the Navigator panel religiously. So I'm always switching back and forth between S and F on my keyboard to toggle between like the style panel and Navigator.
And now making the lines, and lines are super simple. You just give them like a certain height, and then be done with it.
Yeah. I'll probably adjust this a little bit. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, so we got that top piece there. And then a bunch of those vertical lines. So yeah, I'm just going to add in a parent to hold that. So my naming convention is probably going to be a little bit crazy here and there.
Why did you call it hold lines?
Because it's going to be holding the lines.
Hold the lines.
So, hold the lines. Yep. So yeah, it's like not. So I try to name things as simple as possible.
Yeah, that's always the hardest part, trying to figure out what to name things.
Yeah, naming convention can be tough.
Oh, it's not you've found Waldo, it's youfoundwaldo.com.
Yes. Yeah.
Nathan is saying cool stuff. Thanks for watching, Nathan. And yeah, cool stuff, Waldo. This is very interesting to learn.
It's fun to build.
Okay, so I just noticed you're using a clear left or something.
Mm-hmm.
Did you just do that?
Yeah.
What was the reason?
I think that's honestly out of habit. I've always just made things clear left to make sure it doesn't break.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was more like an IE thing that
Oh, okay. So it's a force
of habit, honestly.
Okay, because I've never used it, and I'm like, okay, is there something I'm missing? Or...
Yeah. Let's see.
And do you always set your overflow to hidden on purpose?
In this case, I'm going to do that because when it comes to performant interactions, I'm going to make these lines like kind of fly in, and transforms, like where you just transform something on any axis, and opacity fades are the most performant interactions when it comes to browsers. So that's why I'm doing that. But I was going to explain that later on. But
okay, yeah. So you're just getting ready for interactions. If you have time, that would be awesome if you can do that.
Yeah.
Arcane Art says Customer Happiness Hero has to be the best title for a customer support agent job. I agree. I mean, that's all we want. We want you guys to be happy. I mean, Webflow makes us happy because like it lets us do things like this on the fly. Like, just hey, I have an idea. Let me just quickly prototype it and then press publish, and it's a live thing. I mean,
yeah,
beautiful, beautiful stuff.
Let's see. Cool. Lines, and now we need that little shadow that's sitting underneath it.
Oh yeah, so that's just a simple box.
Yeah. So I'm going to set it to absolute positioning to the top. Set.
Martin says if there wasn't a big Webflow bar at the bottom of the broadcast, it would be easier to see what Waldo was doing as it's taking up screen space.
Big Webflow bar. Is that on my end?
No, that's on my end. Okay. I got to think about that for the future streams. Maybe I can thin that out a little bit more. But if you want to follow along, let me give the preview link again. So you can definitely check out what Waldo is doing just by refreshing this link and following along. And even if you mess around with any of the elements on this page, it's not really saving onto his work because it's only a read-only link. But yeah, you can see in more detail exactly what he's doing. And yes, Waldo will be... You'll be able to... You'll let us clone this, yes?
Yeah, I'll let everyone clone it.
Yay, thank you.
Yeah.
Interactions 2.0, we're dying, waiting. Totally understand. At a London meetup, a Webflow London meetup, our CTO did say that, hey, we may have a demo ready in the summer. So, soon? Same goes for the chat box on the right of broadcast. Should I make that smaller? The chat box?
The audio's going a little bit in and out here now, so I'm not sure.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. It just keeps... It's very fuzzy. I don't know what's causing that.
Do you hear static or something? Or
yeah.
Oh no. Hold on, I gotta check my settings.
Yep.
Yeti microphone. Huh. Oh, Bryant's in the chat room. Yay!
Hello.
Hello. So I think just Nelson and his cool pad and the screen share. Cool pad? It's not cool.
All right. So we've got this first column built out here. And go ahead and move over to the next column.
Nice.
Yeah. So if you refresh, you'll see that these are already built out. Okay. So this one's going to be a little more intensive. I think. Okay. So I'll just call it like the spreadsheet.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a spreadsheet.
Yeah, it kind of looks like one.
So with the spreadsheet, I'm guessing it's gonna. So you just eye it with the sizing.
Yeah, I'll probably adjust it, as I add different styles to it. Add in that border around the edges.
Nice.
Like a 2 or 3, maybe.
It looks like a 1.
Maybe a 1. Yeah, it's really not much
The border
angle
radius.
going on there. Yeah. And
Just fill it all in.
Yeah, so that's Spreadsheet Hero. Let's see. Let's make it 100% width and 100 pixels tall, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And probably overflow hidden.
Yeah, definitely overflow hidden on this one.
Because you're going to have a circle and push it off to the top right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Circle. 20.
Position absolute. Yeah.
It's got a slight gradient on it. Yeah, Ryan uses a lot of gradients in his different illustrations.
Oh, yeah.
Like
And
really slight.
They're so subtle too.
Yeah. Makes for a really nice effect. Okay. Around there. Spreadsheet Hero. Let's add Spreadsheet Brew. Let's
So you're working on that first row.
Yeah, first row. Okay.
Maybe that first row has columns or something, or.
Yeah, it has like that little left side block.
Or actually, you don't need columns. Yeah, you can just have a block on the left. Yeah.
Let's see. 60 pixels tall. Maybe it's like 60 by 60. And that gradient.
Yeah, it's just a lot of rinse and repeating of the same things. I mean, as you're doing it, it doesn't seem that complicated anymore. It's just the 3D effect makes it look complicated. But after you've already angled it in the beginning, with the child, what is it? Child perspective 9999.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Need to add this color.
Oh, people are talking about Silicon Valley, the TV show in the chat room. And FYI, if you go to seefood.com, that's SEE food.com, a fan of Silicon Valley actually built that web page inside of Webflow. I don't think they have any relation or they're part of the Silicon Valley team, but it's very cool to see what a fan can do really quickly inside of Webflow. So seafood, Mr.
Yep.
Jin Yang. Yeah.
I'm just adjusting these
Mm-hmm.
a little bit here.
Maybe the gradient on your box is kind of flipped the wrong way.
Yeah.
The darker part's supposed to be in the bottom corner.
There we go.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yep, there it goes.
Yep.
Nice.
Cool. So we got that spreadsheet row. A few more.
I don't think the spreadsheet rows needs a bottom border, because look how thick they
Yeah.
are.
Yep. So we'll get rid of that.
Yes, seafood.com. Let me just double check.
There we go.
Seafood. Yep, it's seefood.com. Arcane Arts is saying, here, Waldo, why don't you set those 2 shades of purple in your global color palettes? That way you don't need to keep sampling them.
Yes, that's what I just did with one of them. But there are quite a few different shades within here. But now I've got that one, at least. So.
Would you
Good
say there are
point.
50 different shades?
Yes. Not quite. So let's see what this one's got. I'm just adjusting the opacity instead of going with the different colors here. There we go. Cool. Got that. So here's the spreadsheet piece. And let me kind of like pull it up here. It might be a little bit wide.
Yeah, it's more card-like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we can adjust that as we go.
Yeah.
That's
Nice.
a good part.
Now you
I just
need
saved.
that, now you just need that drop shadow effect.
Yes.
And you'll be good.
Right. Okay.
I don't think you need a border on that, or...
Oh no, it's sitting inside of that box
Oh,
right now,
okay.
so that's
So
why
that's
it's
the
not
change.
showing up. Yeah.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna grab this dark purple here. Add that little swatch. Okay. And I just gave it a negative Z index. You shouldn't do that typically, but just for sake of time, otherwise I'd have to adjust the Z index of all the other elements sitting above it.
Yeah.
So.
Makes sense.
There's an odd border showing up on that. I'm not sure where it's coming from.
Huh. Sam Houston wants some new Webflow toys. Webflow is life. Speaking to the choir, man, Webflow is our lives, yes, and it's a lot of people's lives too. Webflow toys, yeah.
Yes. Let's see what this one does if I drop it in here.
I mean, the team has already pushed out a couple of cool things. The CSV import. Have you tried that yet? That was a big one. Also, there's What else did we push? The CMS API and how you can connect that with Zapier now, and publish single items, single dynamic items. So that's pretty big too.
Yeah.
Spencer says Waldo is a god.
No. I just love Webflow. It's so much fun. Okay.
Biren, is there a way to expand the right panel to make it wider?
Right. Is you referring to this piece
yeah,
right here?
I think so.
Style panel? Not
you would.
yet.
I mean, when I work on Webflow, I have one of these ultra wide screens, and whenever I play around with Webflow, I make the window huge, so that way I have as much screen real estate as I can have, and that solves it. But before I was employed at Webflow, I remember I had an idea, and I'm like, I don't know how this would happen, but what if you can undock that whole right panel and put it on your secondary screen or something like that?
Whoa.
That would be
pretty
nice.
Crazy. That would be pretty crazy.
So that whole thing can just, step away from the canvas.
Yep. Okay.
Take it even further. VR goggles. your right panels are over here as you turn your head. And then,
that would be pretty intense.
Or Microsoft HoloLens. You're like, where did I put that panel? Is it behind me? So yeah, Baron, there's not a way yet, but that would be a really cool idea.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
But you can always press the preview button at the top left, the eyeball icon, to just look at what you're working on. And it takes away all the panels.
Yeah.
So this 3-line parent should be super simple. Yeah, I thought you were going to do that.
I'm just going to reuse elements.
1, 2, 3, and you're done. Well, those are actually smaller, so...
Yeah, and then adjust the width of this guy.
So simple!
Yeah. And let's see, I actually wanted to drop those inside of like a masking container. That's like holding the lines, so use that hold lines element again. And let's see, it can just be 100%.
Oh, what have I done? Biren says, amazing idea, VR and all that. Let's get on that. I just placed an order for HTC Vive, and now I'm already waiting for the update on Webflow. Oh, what have I done?
Oh, no. Okay. And 700.
Arcane Art says, when you've got a final exam tomorrow, but Webflow is life. I would suggest studying first.
Probably don't study.
And watch the recording.
Unless it's a Webflow test. Yeah.
Yeah, Matthias, I was thinking the same thing. Pop out panels. That would be super nice. Some sort of Chrome extension to make that happen, or I don't know. I'm not a developer or engineer. I don't know how that would be coded. I only know as much as I could with jQuery, but that's why I use Webflow. So, yeah, Webflow is life. I like that. Can that be our next shirt?
That'd be cool. I'd wear it.
Of course you would.
Okay.
Adding the shadow there.
This one's not quite the same height, so that's it. And okay, so we got that piece built out.
I like that. So now on to the play buttons.
Yes, the play buttons. Those will be fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Get to use the border trick.
Oh, it's for the triangles?
Yep.
Yeah.
So. Okay. Button.
Okay.
just give it border color. What is it doing over there? Whoa. That's fun.
With the 3D, I really want to try making some sort of HUD. Like an Iron Man HUD. I've always wanted to try it, and it's so hard. But to make like an Iron Man HUD, like as if you're facing it. You're like inside the mask.
That'd be pretty cool. I'm holding in shift to adjust all of those at the same time for all those values. And it's more of that solid color. Let's see. Is there like a slight border radius on that? Maybe 1 pixel or 2 pixels?
Yeah.
Hard to tell. Okay. So I'm going to make this first triangle.
Alright, so if you ever wondered how to make a triangle without using an image, here you go.
Yeah, so it's pointing from the left to the right, so I'm giving it a left side border, and it's about 25 pixels wide or so. And let me just make sure that it's sitting up here so you can see it.
So you set the top border to
transparent
a certain width, and then make the color transparent.
Yeah.
And then you do the same thing with the bottom. Make sure that the top and bottom widths are the same.
Yes, that's important.
Width.
So that's a little bit tall.
Yeah, I think the width.
About 20.
Yeah, bring it in a little more. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So all it is just playing around with the border.
Yep, just like that. So
if you think that. So if you guys think about it, like the color is being pushed from this side all the way over, and then you have the top color being pushed all the way down, and then you have the bottom color pushing from the bottom all the way up. And so the top and bottom ones, they have a color of transparent, so it just collapses and goes like this, and it's like removing the color of this side, and there you go. You get a triangle.
Yeah. Now you can't have gradient triangles. Oops. Yeah. I wish we could.
Would it be?
Unless you use an image, you could.
Yeah, I mean, if you use an image, it's good, but like it's fast. It loads faster if it's just straight CSS.
Yeah. Yep.
So Biren's asking, would it be logical to use the SSR methodology for the isometric perspective? Scale, shear, rotate. I've never heard of that.
Maybe.
I'm gonna have to look into that one. Yeah. Matthias is asking asking the perspective isn't completely correct. Will it get fixed towards the end?
Perhaps Perhaps. I can adjust that as we're going. So, yeah, if I wanted to adjust this, we totally could. You can see it's actually 3D. But yeah, I'll probably play with that. If anyone is, working on that or trying to get that on your end, if you get the exact numbers, that would be awesome.
Here's a preview link again, everyone, and you can go ahead and mess around with it.
Yeah, it's a little bit closer.
So if you want to help Waldo right now and figure out what the right values are, you can go to the preview link and start messing around with it.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Or like so, and help Waldo out.
Okay. Yeah.
Something like that. Wait, I think I figured it out already.
Yep.
Maybe.
Like 42 degrees. I tried to position it again so it's matching.
Yeah.
So.
I like this comment. Jin Tak is saying, designing this in Webflow is like Inception, divs within a div, and constantly blowing my mind.
What? It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, that's what websites are. They're just divs within a div within a div, and it just keeps going. Divs all the way down, literally. And it's just how you style and place them is what makes a web page a web page.
Yep.
Okay. So on that one, you didn't for the 2 columns, you didn't use columns. You use float left and float right.
Yeah, or I just floated them both left and made them 50% wide.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Nice.
It's causing a slight like pixelation around there. So I was trying to put them inside of another element to hold it so I could animate them in. But could maybe add like a border around it or something to like take care of that. No, it's not really doing the trick. Because when it was just out here, there wasn't any issue. So I'll just live with that. That's fine.
Sometimes you gotta know when to hold them and when to fold them. Oh
That's
man.
true.
I'm sorry, everyone.
It's all good.
Alright. So now we're doing that shadow.
Mm-hmm. So I'm just gonna drop that on there and just so I can see where it's at.
Pushing it down.
And I'll need to adjust some Z indexes. That's what's causing this overflow issue. Let's see. Oh, that's interesting.
Oh, that's interesting. I think the Z index needs to happen on the. Oh wait, no, never mind.
Okay, so let's give this. Do it for us.
Nelson, slightly bump up your microphone volume. You're 25% quieter than Waldo. What?
25%.
Hold on. Is this better?
Okay, so that's a 3D Transforms browser bug. Where when you don't have a rotation on certain elements, like once you start nesting with 3D Transforms, you have to add a rotation to that parent element to get the 3D Transform. Like otherwise it goes to like flat rendering. I would have to do more research to explain that more thoroughly.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Pigeon Media, welcome. One of our followers on Twitch.
Oh, cool.
Don't worry about it. If you're not late, there's always a recording on youtube.com/webflow. So if you missed the beginning, you can follow along there. If you want, please subscribe. Arcane Arts. Oh, and just to remind what people who just got here, we're here with Waldo. Waldo is one of the customer happiness heroes at Webflow, and he's rebuilding an illustration that our designer built for our CMS page. And so on the top left, you can see that's an actual graphic. You know, it's just a JPEG.
Yeah.
And in the center of Waldo's screen is the actual thing he's rebuilding. Those are all just divs. This is not an image at all. These are all just divs with gradients and tilted with CSS 3D. So that's what we're doing right now. And Arcane Art says, can y'all please do a tutorial on using the golden ratio in modern web designs on Webflow? I've been obsessed with the golden ratio forever now, but I've yet to properly implement it in any of my sites.
The golden ratio.
Yeah, I don't use the golden ratio. Maybe I should look into that more. Hmm. Waldo saves the day for us regularly. Yes, he
Always happy to help.
does. Yes, he does.
So making some slight adjustments.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, now we've got that input field. Nelson, you're asking me to maybe make that a form
No,
element.
that's up to you if you have time. Because
Yeah. How
I
are we doing on
know.
time? Are we like almost an
Okay.
hour in?
Yeah, we're in an hour in. So if you
We
have
could do
time.
that. I think so.
Okay.
I don't see why not. So to do that, I'm gonna have to actually drop in a full form block. Whoa, it's 3D. So we got that form wrapper, and it's got all these different elements on there. I might add like a submit button or something.
Going the extra mile.
You know. But let's see. Get rid of these field labels. Even though you should always have field labels when you're building out a form, highly recommend them. Okay. Form.
Bartosz is one of our QA support over at Webflow, and he says watching Waldo doing magic with interactions in 3D is like watching Bob Ross. One happy div, another one, so they're both happy and they're there. I agree. You have your tone of voice is very calm. And happy
little
divs.
happy tree,
Happy
input
divs.
field over here. Yeah, adjust that border.
Yeah.
Pixels. And quick tip here: if you're using input field, set your input size to 16. That way, it doesn't zoom in when you're on a mobile device. Otherwise, if you've ever noticed when you like visit a site and you're entering in some text into an input field and it scales, that's what's causing that. The native size is 16 pixels. So, yeah.
Biren thinks he got the perspective.
Oh yeah, what's that?
Yeah. Okay. He says, go ahead, go to the styles for it, and he says X is 55, Y is -2, and Z is 47.
47.
Huh.
Yeah. Okay.
I like it.
Cool. Let's go with it.
Thank you, Biren.
Thank you. Nice work. Adjust that. Yeah.
And so to just let everyone know, the only way to style the color of the input field of the text inside the input field is using custom CSS code. So you can't really do it inside of Webflow. I think it's because of certain browsers, right?
Yeah.
So
I need to double check the.
Yeah.
That's why I use. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. This little text field here needs a shadow.
Oh yeah.
I might be able to reuse this one. So I try to reuse as many elements as I can.
Oh yeah.
Just makes it easier. Whoa!
Biren got to go to a meeting. Thank you, Biren.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Have a good day.
Yes.
So you're reusing shadow, I guess. There it goes.
Yeah, I had to set the parent element to relative positioning. That's if you've ever had an element just like jump when you use absolute positioning or something. That's typically what's causing that. Let's see.
Alex saying navigational markers for users to tell where they are in relation to where they can be or have been in a while in a website. Not sure what you mean by that. Seems interesting. Jay from Philippines, welcome. Welcome to the stream.
Okay, and we also have like this little square off to the side here, rectangle, and I'll probably put that underneath the play button parent.
Okay, yeah, so you're gonna put it part of the play button and then just push it off to the side.
Yeah,
makes sense.
There we go. And I'm gonna call it. I'm just gonna call this the rectangle. Suppose put it right in this case.
And then with the transform, you're gonna push it over to the right even more, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yep. Okay.
Exactly.
Alex, yes, there is database functionality inside of Webflow already, but we call it dynamic collections. And if you go to webflow.com/CMS, you can learn more about the dynamic collections and our unique CMS. So check it out, because you can run a blog or a news site, real estate, and even a e-commerce website inside of Webflow. So check that out. And if you go to webflow.com/editor, let me put those links up. If you go to webflow.com/editor, you'll see how easy it is for your clients, if you want your clients to maintain their sites on their own, how simple it is for them to take control and not mess up the design that you've built. So that's webflow.com/CMS, webflow.com/editor, and there you go. Okay, at like 11:15, Waldo, let's take a break and take any direct questions or check out what people are working on Webflow.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Cool. So I'll keep doing that. Andres, hey guys, in the meantime, could you say a few words about the development of Interactions 2.0? So our CTO said at a Webflow London meetup that sometime this summer a Interactions 2.0 demo will be available. So stay tuned. Matthias, it's truly amazing to watch an image come to life in CSS. Do you have workshops like this? Planned? Well, we are doing it right now. And if Waldo wants to come back and do more,
yeah, I'd be happy to.
Yeah, there you go. Arcane, yes, just send off that email. Our team gets the job applicant email, so just send it off and we'll let you know. Good luck.
What's someone asking about applying?
For internship.
A web designer position? Oh, internship. Okay, yeah. Cool. Sweet. Yeah.
The summer's here and people want some experience. Light mode for the Webflow UI. That'd be interesting. Ooh. Like, instead of everything being gray, like the panels and everything, make it white.
That would be neat.
Maybe. Matthias can't wait for Interactions 2.0. You and the rest of the world. Yeah, I can't wait. Waldo, you can't wait. Right?
Oh, I can't wait. I'm going to have so much fun.
Like, I remember rebuilding MailChimp's homepage and then having to do the timing for that one demo interaction thing. Having to put the wait timer, and then the wait timer is wrong, so you have to go back and fix the wait timer rather than having, like, a step-by-step. Man, that's going to save so much time.
Very excited. me get this one to cooperate again.
Is the shadow not working?
Well, it's just not cooperating quite like I wanted to. I mean, I did stray away from this original design. But I wanted to at least get that working. There. Adjust this a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. Cool. All right, got one more column to go.
Nice.
So I'm missing anything. So you got about 15 minutes till we move to the next segment.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and finish up those 2 boxes.
Okay.
And then we'll start getting taking more questions. Or let's go ahead and get a list of links. So while you're making those 2 boxes, if you have any, everyone in chat room, if you have anything you're working on in Webflow and you want me and Waldo to take a look and give you some pointers, go ahead and post your .webflow.io link in the chat room right now. And we'll take about 5 or so links, the first 5, and then we'll look at more links at the end of the stream. So yeah, and of course, if you have any questions right now, I'll be happy to answer them.
Yes.
Jintak, I still love that we can do so much animations at all. Nothing else compares to this unless you know how to do mad programming. I agree. I mean, there's people have done a lot of crazy things with interactions 1.0. That still blow my mind. I'm like, oh
yeah.
There's times when I see something happen and I'm like, oh, you can already do that?
It's pretty amazing. Okay. Not quite 3 pixels, maybe 1.
Alright, we got 1 link. I can't get the links to work properly when exporting the site. Uh-oh. No. Those are simple blocks. What you're building.
Yeah, these are pretty simple. And running into that error again. It's going to be 3D.
All right, I'm back.
All right. Okay.
Agreed, Marcelo. The Interactions 2.0 teaser page, it got me hyped up too. I'm like, oh, I want it now. And we're all like that kid from Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory. Don't care how, I want it now. Chavez, hey guys, what if I wanted to put the ability for site visitors to post reviews and ratings? How can I do that with Webflow? You can do that with the CMS API, and connect that with a Zapier account. So you can have it where someone submits on a Webflow form, and it goes to Zapier, and then from Zapier, it goes into your dynamic collection. Try that out. And if you have any questions, forum.webflow.com is the place to go. So it is possible.
Okay. Box.
Simple boxes.
Yeah.
And the shadows are done. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So it seems like we only got 1 link. Anyone?
Oh,
okay, here we go. We got 2 links.
2 links.
All right. Let me. Should I just share my screen or?
Sure.
Okay. So we're gonna take a break, guys, from Waldo's screen, and we're going to look at what Marcelo. I guess Bartosz wants to show us what he's working on. So, actually, Waldo, if you want to get this link, let me see. Can I send it to you on Slack? Let's see here.
Yeah, go for it.
Vector-srl.webflow.io. So,
Okay.
I'll.
And you're going to be sharing your screen? Ooh,
No, I'm not
pretty.
I'm not gonna share my screen.
Okay.
So we'll just look at it individually. So I'm looking at it right now, and that's pretty cool. I like the photo you chose from Shutterstock. It makes me think this is some sort of professional site, professional business. Not sure what the website is for, and plus I don't speak the language or understand this. But I like that little tab after the hero.
Mhm.
That's really nice. It makes you want to scroll down.
Yeah, that's really neat. I
Cool.
use an SVG for that.
I like these icons. And yep, it's tabs. Dude, it's clean. I like it. Okay, so it's architecture type site, I'm guessing, because I'm down at the blueprint area. Dude, he used a ruler for his.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Like it looks like a ruler, but they're just. I like that. It's different. I've never seen that
Yeah.
before.
Oh, that's neat. Something I caught quickly. So when you first load the site, it loaded kind of slowly, and it's because the background images are really large. So like in the hero section, it's a 1.3 megabyte photo.
Ooh.
And typically, I recommend keeping it under 250 kilobytes for like each image on the site,
Yeah.
so that everything loads faster. That's just a quick recommendation. And there are a ton of image compression tools out there that are free to use. You don't need Photoshop to resize images.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Whose is this again? Let me see here. We're not scrolling up. Okay, yeah, Marcelo. Scale down that hero image. But everything else, I love it. And he says that he went to Flat UI or something like that. He went flaticon.com for the icons.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Nice. Other than that, looks really good. Great job.
Yeah, nice work. And Nelson, I sent you a link to 3 different free image optimizing tools.
Oh yeah, Tiny JPEG.
Mm-hmm. Tiny Thing, Tiny JPEG, and Easy GIF.
Yeah, tinyjpeg.com. So if you need to compress without using any tools, you can use stuff like this. Marcelo says just Google image compression tools. Yeah, you'll find it. Great job. All right, next one. Bart, can we skip yours, please, so we can give the chat room their chance? That's okay. Alex is showing off CMS comments, cms-comments.webflow.io. So I think this is in response to the you can.
Oh yeah, that comments piece.
Yeah. So let's see. Enter your name, Nelson. Say something.
Yeah.
Webflow is life.
And the Discuss integration, we use that on the blog. So I also recommend that one. Like if you're needing comments for blogs, you can add that as a dynamic embed.
Yes, for Discuss.
So,
yeah. But the guy who's bringing this up, he wanted something like a rating system or something like that.
Okay, gotcha.
So it would make sense. So yeah, CMS comments. Great job, Alex, with this one. Moving on, there's another one. Scrolling down. Looking for it. Okay, MIT-portfolio.webflow.io. MIT-portfolio. Well, hello there. Matthias W. I wonder. Okay, feel free to look around. You can contact me by pressing in the bottom right corner. Okay, so click that. Oh, okay, that's the email button. And it's loading up my email app, which I don't use. Hello? Did I ruin the stream? Can you read?
No.
Oh, you put yourself on mute?
Yes, I did.
That was weird. I was like, oh no, the stream went away. Not again. Okay.
Nope, I'm still here.
Okay, so I'm looking over Matthias's website.
Okay. Oh, the MIT portfolio one?
Yeah, MIT-portfolio. At first, it's fun because of the animation or the interactions, the load interactions that you use. But after that, I get lost. I don't know what the personality is supposed to be because everything is very text heavy. There's a lot of text on the page, and if I'm supposed to just quickly browse through the site, there's just so much text that I don't know what I should be looking at first. Okay, there's everything screaming at me, and it just looks like a lot of text. And so what I would suggest is, if you're using a lot of text, space it out. A lot of white space would help you. This hero row could end right here after this. Oh, whoa! There's a hover effect. Okay. Whoa! Things are happening. Ah! Yep. Stop it. Okay. If I click again, will it stop? No.
Nope.
Okay, now I'm just... So, I don't know if you really need that, but it is fun. But let's just keep moving down. So a lot of things are like squished together. I'm not sure. Any tips you can give Matthias? Waldo?
Yeah, I mean, white space is your friend. So try and use more white space, as well as maybe try and land on 2 or 3 fonts maximum that you're using, because fonts are pretty heavy to load. So I usually recommend like sticking to like 1 or 2 different fonts to use. But yeah, like Nelson was saying, like kind of space things out, and it's really surprising when you first start using more and more padding. To me, I used to try and just put everything kind of together to like make it fit within, above the fold of the page, if you will. And then I realized you can create a better experience when you space things out a little bit more. So,
yeah. I think spacing is the biggest thing you can do for your site.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on. Let me get 2. So we look at 2 links. Let's get 3 more. Let's see here. Question, Andreas, will you longer be doing the rebuilding the X landing page series? Yes. Next week. What's the next one? Oh yeah, the designership.com. That's gonna be fun to do. So I'll tell you guys more about that later. Let's see here. Daniel. Okay. Let me see.
This is nice.
Are you looking at Daniel's right now?
Yeah, I'm looking at Daniel's site right now.
Okay. Here we go. I'm looking at Daniel's. DN dot. Nice. I like how there's depth with the blurred image in the background.
Designer News logo.
It kind of looks like
Be
Designer
careful.
News.
Yeah.
Hi there, I'm Daniel.
It's a great use of spacing.
Yeah, so this is what we mean by using spacing.
White space. I really like the what I do section.
Ooh.
That's a really unique design. It reminds me of more like print design work. I'm excited for CSS Grid, where you can do this a lot easier soon.
So here's a question. I've always thought about this. Do kids these days know what the icon for download is?
Oh man, that looks like the save icon, but
yeah, but do kids know
usually
what that...
usually a downward arrow. They're used to that little floppy disk.
Yeah. So back in my days, we used to use this thing called the floppy disks. Yeah, so maybe a down arrow going to a hard drive or something to replace this to be more modern, because this is old school. Unless you're an old school designer, which is awesome. Yeah. But it's all up to you.
I am curious, how come you have a download my resume button there? When I this site is essentially acting as your resume.
Well, what if someone wants to like, oh, I'm really into this person. Let me download and print it out for myself, because there's a lot of companies that still want to see a printed resume.
Yeah, that is true.
So, all right, moving
Use
down
a scroll
to
effect for the background color changes.
Oh, he did. Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I love it when people do that. Nice.
I'd maybe fade them in instead of. It looks like it's like display block, display none going on right now.
No, there is a fade.
Or is there? Maybe my browser's too big.
Or keep your eye open so you can
my
see.
browser's too big.
Don't blink while you're scrolling up and down. And cool, I like it. I like the dots too. The dots add some personality.
Yeah.
Great job. Great job, Daniel. Nice. All right, 2 more links. Who has it? Nita, seems I missed most of this today. Don't worry, you can always watch the recording. Okay, here we go. Andreas Holt, are you looking at that one?
Yeah, I'm looking at the Holt Media. Looks like just the Heroes sections.
Here you go, personal site, Holt Media. I'm not making fun or anything, it's just that when I see the word Holt, I think of Steve Holt from Arrested Development.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, never mind. Alright, so I'm guessing this is architecture, so I can't read this language, but I'm guessing this is architecture because I see a bunch of buildings and then like some sort of construction far on the right. Okay, so I'm not sure what that means. Okay, there's nothing else, it's just a hero.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's in my opinion, it's a good start, but yeah, I have nothing else. What about you?
Yeah, the logo image is a little blurry, so typically I would try and size the image out to be 2 times the actual width it's going to appear in. So it's like 300 pixels wide is the actual size it's going to appear in. So I would save it out at 600 pixels wide for the high DPI image, and that way you won't have that aliasing effect on the image when it gets resized. Yeah.
Oh, Andrea said he forgot to publish the new version. It's okay. Show us again at the end of the stream.
Yeah.
All right. Great questions, guys. Great work. If we didn't get to your link, we'll do it at the end of this stream. Let's keep going with what Waldo is working on. So, what have we done so far? Waldo has started from scratch the webflow.com/CMS hero image, and he's already made it 3D just by using the 3D transforms. And now we're back on it. Okay. He just needs to finish up this last column of things. What should you call these little?
I don't know.
Little illustrations. Yeah, so he's gonna finish up these illustrations.
Yeah.
And add interactions to it.
Yes, that'll be fun.
Yeah. So let's go on back to the Bob Ross of Webflow.
Let's make some. I mean, in this case, we kind of have mountains we're gonna be creating, so that'll be fun.
What timing? So yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna call this mountain view, and width. I'm still clearing force of habit there. That border color.
Nelson, can you show the great use of Flexbox for keeping columns the same height? Sure, I'll show that real quick. Let me see here. While you're doing that, Waldo, Bartosz wants me to show the stream. Okay. Keeping things the same height. I get it. Because this column is stretching the vertical height. See right here, align stretch. So even though the child elements in this box isn't really as tall as this one, it'll still stretch it out. So Flexbox. Yeah, if you're wondering about Flexbox, flexbox.webflow.com. It's the new hotness. Solves so many CSS layout issues.
Yes.
All right, So you're making a simple box with a border radius. Oh yeah, 15 looks good right there. So I'm guessing you do. So you're not doing columns. You're just doing 50% again. With these?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I could be using columns. I definitely could be. Just not right now. Yeah. Totally. And I'm gonna see if we can just reuse
those lines.
Yeah.
Hold lines.
Yes. Hold the lines.
Oh, it's huge.
Let's see, why is that happening? Like, does that have a pixel width on this?
Oh, yeah.
That's why.
V3.
Yeah.
Because you're already using
V3,
V2.
that naming convention.
It's okay. We've all been there.
Yes. Small. 20.
Arcane sent out his or her internship application. Good luck.
Good luck. Okay. It's tiny bit around. There we go. Okay, I got that piece.
Nice. That was quick.
Yeah, that was nice and easy.
Show us how to make mountains.
Yes, that'll be fun. All right. Let's add in mountain view. Hold mountains.
Oh my god, that's a long class name. Really?
Super long class name. Just being silly.
I like it when people get silly with their class names. Like I think it's Media Temple or something. They actually have 3 class names for their hamburger menu. They have hamburger bun _ top, hamburger bun _ bottom, and in between it's hamburger _ meat or something like that, or patty. It's like, oh, that's cute.
Great. Let's see. Okay, this one's to be overflow hidden.
Okay, so you're doing the overflow hidden because of mountains. Well,
Yes.
the boxes will definitely go out of it. That's no moon. So, oh, I guess it's because it's a dark color screen. Scheme. You're saying it's moon. I say it's the sun.
Yeah. I mean,
to each their own.
With either one. With this one, a little bit less pink. Ew, okay, it's a little bit big.
Nice.
Down. Okay, now let's make those mountains.
So I'm guessing those mountains are just 2 divs stacked up on each other with gradients, and that's it.
Yeah.
It looks like the top one is a little bit opaque, though.
Yeah. So,
and then you have to rotate them by 90 degrees. Yeah.
Exactly. And let's put it that way. Oh, wait. Can use this guy. And adjust that.
You do that too.
I sure do. Okay.
Nice.
Okay. And let's see. I might just use absolute position.
Arcane Arts is asking, Waldo, are you working off of Sketch or wireframe, or is this all freestyle?
This is all freestyle.
Yep. So the top left, right here, this stuff right here, that's JPEG from webflow.com/CMS. Yeah. Everything in the center right here is what he's actually has done inside of Webflow. And because this is an illustration, you can definitely recreate all of that inside of Webflow, and that's what he's showing us right now. Like, CSS is all you need to create these type of simple illustrations. Nice.
There you go. Got that one. This one's gonna have a little higher Z index, and I'm just copying and pasting. I got the other mountain.
Mountain 2.
Exactly, and a lower Z index.
Oh, and we got mountains.
Yep.
I think that one is a little bit higher, I think.
Yeah.
Just a scotch.
Yep. I'll need to adjust this. There we go.
And the color too.
Okay.
Andreas, so you always work freestyle, or do you sometimes wireframe and sketch?
It really depends on what I'm building. Typically, I just literally sketch something out on a piece of paper or a whiteboard, and then I go from there into building the prototype essentially within Webflow. It's proven to be a faster workflow for me personally, rather than like wireframing. So, yeah, great question.
Yeah, it all depends on the project.
Yep. Definitely depends. Okay. So here I'm just trying to get that angle just right.
Okay.
Yeah. Getting closer.
Ooh, there it is.
Yeah. So, again, the nice thing about being able to do this visually is I don't know how long this would take to go back and forth, like pressing save and then reopen the browser, like adjusting pixels by pixels, especially gradients. Like the CSS for gradients, it's pretty gnarly. Okay, so there's like a slight bleed on this. I'm just gonna add 15 pixel.
Oop. Looks like there's like black on it. There you go.
10 pixels. There you go.
Nice.
Just so that it stops bleeding out of that edge there. Cool.
Pigeon's asking, how do you guys want to deal with the save problem when people have no internet connection? That's a great question. We've got that question before. It's on the community wish list to make Webflow work with offline, because there's a lot of designers who can't stop working even if they're on a plane, that kind of scenario. And they need to have a quick landing page done before they land. Landing page. And so that is something that's in the community wish list. I don't know if and when we are working on that, but it's a great suggestion, and I've dealt with that same thing when I try to work on something. Next thing you know, I don't have internet connection because the Wi-Fi is spotty, or the cellular connection on my phone is spotty. And so, yeah, we want to do that. The whole community wants us to do that. So, not sure when though.
Yeah, offline mode would be nice. Yeah. But I have managed to tether, literally just tethering from my phone using Webflow.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay, so now we've got this last piece right here. Then we get to animate. That'll be fun.
People are saying that your gradients are a little bit off in the mountains, but it's okay.
Yeah, I can always adjust those.
You can adjust those later.
Try and get those, I'd be happy to use them.
This isn't
I always go back and adjust.
Yeah, this isn't like supposed to be super like
high. It's not high fidelity.
Yeah, this is just a first pass.
Yeah, I usually go back and fine tune the gradients and colors a little bit more.
But I think the best part is watching you do the interactions.
Yeah.
Gentech is
let fun in this.
What?
I'm gonna let Webflow name the classes on this one for me.
Oh, okay.
See how that one goes. Yeah.
Jintech is saying there should be a contest of who can recreate this page the fastest.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
That's something that I wanted to play around with. More live design challenges.
Mm-hmm.
You know, get people in the community to do like a speed run.
Yeah.
Martosh says it's not about the speed; it's about enjoying these moments. So it goes back into Bob Ross, like just create your world. You know, this is your world.
Just have fun.
All right, so you're doing the last element, and it seems like a card with a sun inside of it, or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this should be okay. So I can see it's 2 columns, but in the second column you have a 2 column again because of the circle and the lines.
Yeah. That way. And this one's almost identical, but not quite. See, that's a little bit darker.
Yeah.
That top portion. That makes it challenging with the border, with the border piece here. I may get rid of the border, or you just go for time's sake. We can keep it a solid color. Can always adjust that later on.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm letting Webflow name everything on this one for me. So.
So the good thing with Webflow naming the classes for you is that you can prototype as fast as you want. The bad thing is when you look at your class names, you're like, "What's div block 15 for?"
Yep.
So
that is true.
Don't forget to rename your divs, your class names.
Yeah, if you're handing off to a developer.
Yeah, you don't want to give a developer div block 24. You know,
They might get a little upset.
just a little. No, they'll really get upset. I mean,
Overflow hidden. Just like the right one. This one. Relative position. Yes, the relative positioning. Can we need to play again there? Oh, this is. There you go.
There you go. Move it down a bit. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, there you go. And this last piece. All right. This one's a little more challenging because it has that circle. And those 2 bars.
You can do it, Waldo.
Yes. Okay. Oh yeah, not naming it.
I was like, oh, what are you gonna name it?
And let's do some padding. 10 pixels. You might be able to reuse this partially at least. We'll see. So yeah, the benefit of naming here is that I'm not going to get confused as far as different pieces, but it's totally fine.
Ooh, Micah is in the chat room. Welcome.
Hey, Micah, how you doing? All right. I might just rebuild this one, Micah, a little bit faster.
Yeah, sometimes it's copying elements doesn't work out, like you got to think it to yourself. Do I mess around with the already established style, or do I start from scratch? You know, which one is faster?
Yeah. Yep. And then this one, I'm gonna add these columns with it, but it's gonna be tiny. That's fine.
Oh man. All right, so you've added 2 columns. Let's see how it works out.
Yep. Circle. So used to naming.
Nice. I think that whole row needs to be pushed. Or no, you're gonna give a padding to that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So column 2, and I'm using keyboard arrows to navigate around. And
let me put the link again for your read-only. So again, here's the read-only link. You can check out live what Waldo is building. Just take out that one image. So I deleted that, and so this is the read-only mode. So whatever I do here doesn't affect his work. But yeah, really, really cool.
bit of spacing.
Yeah, spacing at the top. Oh, I was saying...
It's close.
Oh.
I'm just getting finicky here. Yeah. And
hold lines. Will it break?
We'll see.
Break it. Go to the column 2. Oh, there. Yeah. Not too bad.
Yeah.
V4. No.
Oh no.
You gotta make V4.
Yeah.
There we go.
There you go.
Now you need to set the width to... Hey, Francisco. Welcome. And Shaban, welcome to the stream. Yeah, you got here towards the end, but again, what we're doing is recreating an illustration that our Webflow designer Ryan has done in webflow.com/CMS. And so the top left is just a static JPEG, and what you see in the center is what Waldo has rebuilt inside of Webflow, just using CSS. Yeah, so pretty cool. But you got here just in time for the interactions, and how he makes all of this come to life is what I'm very interested in seeing.
All right.
So all the elements are done.
Everything's there, so
you
boom.
can delete that. Nice.
Got everything here. Oh, I still need a shadow on this, but
that's okay. It's okay.
Shadow real quick.
All right. Oh, okay, so the bottom shadow, yeah.
Okay. I'll just put that, make it a little bit less opaque.
Push that down. Cool. Set the z-index to -1, so it's below. Boom!
Cool.
Good
All
job.
right.
Nice.
Thank you.
Nice.
All right, now we get to animate.
Yeah, make it come to life.
Yeah, so I was thinking that these could kind of like animate up. So I went over to the interactions tab here, and I'm setting the initial appearance back to no transform, so it moves it to the origin.
Okay.
And I'm going to do a load trigger. You can always switch the triggers later on and set it to wait for assets to load. And here I'm just moving it back to the position, which I think was 50 pixels.
Oh, okay, so you start from original and then
and
so it starts from the top and then pushes down.
Yeah, and I can tab back and forth to double check that position.
Yeah.
As I'm building it out, and let's make it like a 1500 millisecond.
Oh, you like to make it super slow.
Yeah, and I'm gonna make it like ease in, out, and back. And okay, so we've got that one made, and I'm arrowing to the right to select the next element, and just duplicating that same interaction. But I'm gonna adjust it to, so this is 30, and let's go to the next one. Duplicate that.
Dang, that's quick.
It's so nice to be able to just duplicate the different interactions. Being able to reuse things. 10 and one more time. Oops.
Nope.
Need to arrow over and select that last element. And it needs to go.
Wait, the fourth one is that shadow at the. Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, there it goes. Now I see it.
Negative 50.
Okay. Can we see this preview? Yeah. Oh,
so
what?
So it has kind of that spring effect to it, which is nice.
God, that was so fast. I was trying to help narrate, but like, if you
I was building really quickly.
Watch this in slow mo. So just recap. He just kept on. He started on the first silo circle, and he set the initial appearance to the origin, which is at the top, and then for the load trigger, you've added the ending point, which is a move transform Z to 50 pixels on the first one, and then you pressed the right arrow.
Yeah, I'm just arrowing right and left between the elements. So what that looks like within the Navigator. So that's just going right and left here.
And
I just arrowed right and then duplicated that interaction.
Yeah, duplicate interaction, so it's silo 2, and then you change the Z move, and then you just rinse and repeat 4 times. Or 3 times,
Yep.
Dang, dude. Keep going. That was...
Okay.
That was quick.
That was fun. All right, so let's go ahead.
So what are you envisioning here?
Here, I'm probably just going to have it like fade in, like have that circle fade in. Okay. So just set the initial appearance opacity to 0%.
Load interaction.
And waiting for it to load, and
opacity 100. So that's a simple one.
Yeah, and I'll just do a 1500 millisecond ease. That way it happens at the same time as the other one. And then these lines, okay, let's see.
Yes, 2 dark lines.
Yeah, 2 dark lines, and
inside
we have this column here. I want to set to overflow hidden.
And because you're going to make them slide in.
Exactly.
Oh, tricky.
For these lines here, all I'm doing is I'm setting, let's see, I'll go with line 1.
Okay.
And set its transform. So we're working on the x-axis here.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just putting it back. I usually just go negative, like 105% or something.
Okay.
And now keep the opacity at full.
Set a load trigger.
On load. Waiting for all the assets to load. I mean, it's all going to load almost instantaneously. But just wanted to
move to origin. 1500.
100. And so that would just kind of load in like that.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna arrow over to the other line and duplicate this line 2 interaction. And here I'm gonna add an extra step, like a wait step.
Yeah.
So probably do like 250 milliseconds and make sure it's up here. And that way, once it loads in, see there's that a little bit of a delay there that occurs.
Super fast.
Yeah. And then we can go over to these purple lines. And we've already got the first two interactions built out. So I'll select that one. And so line 1, and I'm airing over line 2.
Okay, so you're reusing,
reusing those interactions. It's great to be able to reuse them. And going to duplicate for line 3.
And just the wait trigger is ×2, yes?
Yeah, so I'm going to, so 500 milliseconds. And line 4. Duplicating that. 750 now. All right.
What does it look like?
Let's see.
Oh, dang. Jeez.
Not happening.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And now, I mean, we've got all these other line elements. Might as well apply that while we have them.
Yep. So I'm showing them your preview link right now.
Yeah. Please reload that. So there's line 1.
Oh, that's so smooth.
Here's line 3. Let's see, can I do it on this piece? I'm just like going with all the different line elements right now.
Yeah.
Let's make this overflow hidden.
And this is what web design should be. It should be fun. Like experiment and like do some crazy things. You'll never know what you'll learn. You'll find some sort of issue and you'll learn how to solve it and use it on a real project later on in your career. So
it's 3, 4.
We're learning to count.
Yes.
5 lines.
Okay, and now we've got.
Jay says, "Wow, amazing." Francisco, wow.
It's pretty
Siobhan,
fun.
Nice.
Okay, let's go. I mean, I'm just finishing up all the lines right now since I have them. I like to kind of just do if it's an animation that's reused, then I'm just going to reuse it. So that way
Pigeon on Twitch is saying, more streams, please. Yes. The stream happens every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Yep. Don't worry. Next week is going to be fun, too. Yes. Rebuilding the designership.com. So that's going to be fun. But just seeing how Waldo works in a 3D space and making interactions so fast. Man. That first one with the silos.
Oh, with the silo, that was fun.
That one was really fast.
Oh, yeah. Let's see.
That's cool. You gonna make
I'll have it like kind of slide in.
Slide in, okay.
Load. And this one's easiest. It's literally just moving it back to the origin. So I might do this one like a little bit slower, like a 2000 millisecond fade, just so it's like kind of coming in a little bit later. And I'll stick with an ease on this one.
All right. What does it look like?
Let's see. There we go.
Nice.
And I can honestly apply that to this little moon piece here.
Sun.
Right, sun, moon, whatever. You can rename that.
I personally went with Pokemon Sun. But
Pokemon Sun, there you go. Whoa, that did some crazy stuff. Let me see, did it break everything? Looks like it did.
What happened there?
So that's got to be interaction piece. Let me see.
Are you trying to hack something right now?
Yeah, sometimes this will allow us to do a little bit more. I don't know if it's still going to be broken. Okay, that looks like it fixed it. So that's
nice.
That's a 3D transforms bug where it doesn't take the, like not with Webflow, but literally 3D transforms in CSS. adjusting those. Like it needs to have a rotation set on it to have that preserve in 3D slide. So, cool. And do the mountains real quick. Let's see. Rearranging my mountains.
Hey Theo, my good friend Theo is in the chat room. Yeah, it's
Awesome.
fancy. Waldo does some fancy stuff.
I'm fine.
Mountain 1.
Mountain
Okay.
1.
So how the mountain's gonna come in? They're just gonna slide in?
So, yeah, I think so. I don't see why not. I can have it. So I'm rotated it, and then I'm moving it. We can have this one fade in from the left, and the other one go from the right. So on load, just gonna move it to origin again. And I'll do this one at 2,000 milliseconds as well, not 20,000. No. Oh no! So I need it to move it to the origin as well as rotate it 45 degrees again.
You always have to keep that.
Yeah, keep that rotation
because it always resets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, okay, got that one.
Jay says that the magic is real.
I'm having fun. Cool. So there's mountain 1, and then let's do mountain 2. So make its initial appearance, we want it over to the right. So 100 pixels to the right. And we'll let them all fade in. There we go.
Nice.
And, yeah, I mean, I can keep adding different animations. Yeah. I wanted to add one piece here, just while. Let's see. I'm going to add some triggers to rotate this entire illustration parent around.
Oh, do it, please.
Because that's always fun. So, okay. Just add.
So this is going to be a click trigger, yes?
Yeah, it'll be quick trigger.
So after you do this one, we can end it and start taking more questions and links.
Yes.
But, yeah, this is super fun to watch. And everyone in chat room, I hope this inspired you to just go and recreate or do something from scratch just for fun and see what you learn. And you might not use it for a client, but what you learn, the skills that you take up from these fake projects might help you land a future client or help you do something awesome on a future project. So what are we doing here? Okay, you're doing the left and right. Oh, what you did with your laptop thing? Dude, that was nice. Oh, I want to see this happen.
I'm doing that exact thing.
Okay. So what Waldo's going to do, guys, is when you click on one of the arrows, it'll flip, but still be in that 3D space. So, oh, yes.
20 pixels.
Okay, Pigeon is saying 2 streams a week would be cooler. Maybe. I gotta fill up the backlog of topics to fill in 2 weeks. That'd be nice. I'll get back to you on that.
I'm gonna make this one a little bit taller, just gets easier to click. The larger click target.
Francisco, we live in the future. Yes, we do. It's a nice future.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so we got those, and I'm gonna add a cursor because when something is not actually a link, it's just causing interaction. It shouldn't be a link. That's for like SEO purposes. But you can set a custom cursor so that when you're hovering over, it changes to that pointer cursor, which is what we want here.
Nice.
Cool.
All right. Make the magic.
Yes.
Call it magic.
Magic.
Yes.
Okay, so click, and we're affecting the illustration parent.
Okay.
And when I click this, it's gonna like all flatten. This is gonna be fun.
Okay.
Burp.
Oh, ew.
Yeah. So
Oh, I forgot the.
Yeah. Bloop. Okay, so we can rotate
Whoa.
it wherever. I can't remember what the exact rotation
Yeah.
was.
You can fine tune it later, but I forgot what the numbers were too. Or actually, I can look it up right now on your read only.
Okay.
On your read only link. All right, so illustration parent. We have X55,
Okay.
Y -2, Z47.
Okay. Okay, so this one -47.
Nice. And that's it.
And, yeah. And
You need the other side too, right?
yeah, so I'm literally just going to duplicate that.
Oh, wait, no, there you
And
go.
go back.
And then
Yeah,
Magic
so
2.
And
Set that to +47.
Yep.
And you're done. Oh!
What?
Within 2 hours. You have 3 minutes to spare.
Okay.
Let's preview it. Let's see it.
I'm going to preview. Yep. Whoa.
Here, let me refresh your read-only link so I can show everyone.
I can go ahead and publish this as well.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
Yeah. So it's CMS-illustration. What for that I go?
Yeah, let me put that in the chat room too. CMS.
Okay.
CMS.illustration.webflow.io.
Yep.
Let me preview it. That is cool.
So there we go. Looks like I need to adjust a few things, but hey, for 2 hours on the stream, it was pretty fun.
Man, oh man. And again, the form support at webflow.com. Oh, the form works.
Oh, and we need to make it responsive, so I mean that's going to take a few seconds.
Seconds?
Yeah, and just make the full section not be, or set it to overflow hidden. And let's just go down here, and we can adjust.
Oof! Everything's all squishy.
Yeah, it is squishy.
I don't want you to take too much time.
Oh no!
Okay.
I mean, I'm just.
Oh, you're just scaling it. Okay.
Yeah. Whoa.
Whoa.
I mean, it might take a little bit longer.
Yeah. Making this responsive, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this is so cool. I'm just playing around with buttons.
Yep.
Oh. I'm just making it dance now, left and right.
It's a lot of fun.
Need like a dance party mode now. Great job, Waldo. Nita says, awesome work, Waldo.
Thank you.
Waldo, thank you so much. That was so fun to watch.
Yep, that was a blast.
Yeah. And how long have you been working with Webflow? Not as an employee, but like you know when you first discovered it. When was that first?
Like 2014, I first found out about it and signed up in like June of 2014, and then I didn't use it for about 4 or 5 months, and then started using it one day. Like found out that I could make all these crazy interactions, and yeah, just had fun with it. So
Nice.
I dream about Webflow online, so
Oh, geez.
I love this tool.
Do you have like a night mask and it says Webflow?
I haven't gone quite that far.
I can see you going that far.
Maybe, yeah.
All right. If you have any questions for Waldo or about Webflow or anything about web design, let Waldo and I know in the chat room right now. And also, if you're working on any Webflow projects, please put your webflow.io link in the chat room, and we'll give it a look, and we'll give you some tips to help you out. But while we're waiting, Waldo, thank you so much for showing us how quickly you do these things. I saw the first one I saw, Illustration to Life. The first, and I saw it. You did I think it's on a YouTube channel, a time lapse of it, and I was like, oh, okay, this probably took, 3 or 4 hours or whatever. But you just did that one in less than 2, and I'm like, what? With interactions, like, do you see the chat room that's going on right now?
I haven't checked it.
Oh, okay. People are like, so effing cool. Webflow Master Waldo and clapping emojis, hands up. Yeah.
I'm just having fun. I hope to, hopefully inspire at least one person to go, just test the boundaries of Webflow. then you can do whatever you want to. You set your mind to it and build.
You've done more than that. You've done more than inspire one person. Yeah, you inspired me too to go even faster with the keyboard shortcuts. I mean, man.
Yeah, I love keyboard shortcuts. There's a little question mark icon in the designer that you can click on, and you'll see the keyboard shortcuts as well.
Oh, let me show the stream right now. It's down here, the bottom left is a question mark box, and you click on keyboard shortcuts, and here you go. You have it all.
Yes.
You have a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, those will dramatically speed up your workflow.
Jackie B says, "Thank you, Waldo."
My pleasure.
Yeah, if there's no links or no questions, there you go. Jay is saying #inspired.
Awesome.
Nice.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's any other questions or links. We've already answered a lot of questions. Yeah, let's just go through the sign-offs then, if there's nothing else. Thank you to everyone who stayed with us in the live chat room. And if you're just watching a recording, this stream happens every Tuesday live at 10 a.m. Pacific. You can check out more at webflow.com/workshops. We have all of our past workshops there. And also, you can clone some of the projects. And I'm also putting timestamps. So if you want to link over to a certain topic that we talk about, I'll be putting that in the workshops page. Okay? If you have any account billing or technical issues, you can send an email to support@webflow.com. And this guy right here, the camera's on you now, Waldo. This guy right here is our customer happiness lead, and I, and 3 other customer happiness people will help you out as fast as possible. And if you have any design or custom code questions, please not emails, ask us at forum.webflow.com. We have a huge global community there that want to help other people out. And it's a really nice, inspiring community, and everyone just has so much love for everyone else's work, because we know web design is tough. Design is tough. And so if you get your question answered, please pass that favor forward and answer someone else's question, and we can all grow together as one big, happy Webflow community.
Yes.
If you want to follow us on the social media, it's facebook.com/webflow, or you can follow us on Twitter at Webflow app. If you want to follow the Master Waldo, how do you say your last name? I keep forgetting.
Broodryk is the correct pronunciation. You can go to youfoundwaldo.com and click on the Twitter link.
So you have to roll the R. Broodryk.
Broodryk, yeah. Or Broodryk is the Americanized version.
No rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Or you can follow me at The Pixel Geek. And thank you all so much. Answer the last question. Martin Clark is asking, can you make the keyboard shortcuts printable? I guess you can take a screenshot and print that out.
I think from the help site. We'll check.
Oh, we have a keyboard shortcut on the help site?
They're listed there. I'll grab the link.
If it's not there, then... Is it?
I'm checking.
Oh, okay. And while that's happening...
Yes, we do have it.
Again, these projects that you see on our live streams will be clonable, so you can go to your Webflow account and just press the clone button on the project, and it'll be in your account, and you can mess around however you want, reverse engineer it, or make it better than what the master has created. But yeah.
Cool.
All right. Anything, Waldo?
Thank you all so much for your time. It was a pleasure. It was a lot of fun. Feel free to reach out anytime. I'm here to help.
Yes. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us, and we will see you next week. And as always, make the web beautiful. See ya.
See ya.